Different shirt, different day. Tell me why it feels the same. Guess I'm not really surprised. Not really surprised. Body laid out on the lawn. Distant sounds, the neighbor's dog. Guess I'm not really surprised. What life's really like. Riding my bike through the streets, falling. Dishes in the kitchen sink, I'm falling. Watching our lives on the ceiling, falling, falling. I'm falling. Riding my bike through the streets, falling. Dishes in the kitchen sink, I'm falling. Watching our lives on the ceiling, falling, falling. I'm falling down. Falling down. Take a sip, numb the pain, but I can feel it anyway. Guess I'm not really surprised. Not really surprised. Count the days, count the clock. How do I make a stop? Guess I'm not doing fine. Not doing fine. Riding my bike through the streets, falling. Dishes in the kitchen sink, I'm falling. Watching our lives on the ceiling, falling, falling. I'm falling. Riding my bike through the streets, falling. Dishes in the kitchen sink, I'm falling. Watching our lives on the ceiling, falling, falling. I'm falling down. Falling down. If ever you feel cold, I hope you come on over. Hope you'll think of me. Find comfort in the small things. If ever you feel ordinary, I hope you think of what we've done. Hope you'll think of my heart and yours, and think of all the big stuff. You're sweet like candy. I knew it since you left. feel to me like fiction. You never is quite real to me. You match my best depiction of dreams I hoped one day I might see. You waited through the winter. I hoped I catch some sign of spring. You came into my purview, disrupted everything. You're sweet like candy. I knew it since you arrived. You make for lighter lanterns. I prepare hard falls, but I'm never fly every time. If we don't match up every time, if you leave me in the dark or outside, if some days your heart's not as full as mine, I will trust the beating path to morning light and hope to meet you there in some time. You're sweet like candy. I knew it since you arrived. You make for lighter lanterns. I prepare hard falls, but I'm not with light every time. I love it when you say what's really on your mind. No need to overwhelm yourself, there's always time to unwind. I wanna take a chance, can say I didn't try. I'm here for what I found, you're held up on what we left behind. The time is never perfect, love, that's just what people say. When they think back to the moments, not sweating the smaller things. Sometimes I feel regret, sometimes I wish that things would change. But sometimes it's just sometimes, and you know sometimes never stays. I love you all the same, it's just a situation. We'll let it get between what we want, yeah, what we could be. I love you more each day, sometimes I can't explain it, but I feel it and I don't want that to change. I'm just dreaming, I know you're thinking that the summer left us behind. I'll be waiting, I might be crazy, but I think that it's worth my time. What was it that you lost? Been chasing all this time. I'll try to build a gap, but I feel it's a losing fight. I know it's not ideal, there's probably better ways, but this ain't my first time, although I've never been to this place. We're coming around, my heart starts to pound from everything, all the possibilities, you know those things once drag me down, but now they're a cloud where I can wait there patiently because I love you all the same. It's just a situation. We'll let it get between what we want, yeah, what we could be. I love you more each day. Sometimes I can't explain it, but I feel it and I don't want that to change. I'm just dreaming, I know you're thinking that the summer left us behind. I'll be waiting, I might be crazy, but I think that it's worth my time.
favorite superhero? Phoenix needs to know.
That is the first question of Tribal. Everyone can answer it. Go ahead.
I like Scarlet Witch the most.
Period. me and Carl, period.
I'm a Batman guy myself.
Then that's not even Marvel. Come on.
Was it specifically Marvel?
In my head,
yes. I mean, Phoenix did say superhero, did not specify Marvel.
That's true. That's true. Sorry, we're currently answering Phoenix's question of who our favorite superhero is. So we're doing that. But hi, everyone. My favorite superhero would probably be Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man a lot. All the different Spider-Mans. There's so many different ones. What about Phoenix? What's Phoenix's favorite? Did I miss that? What's Phoenix's favorite superhero?
What's your favorite superhero?
my favorite superhero is Hulk.
Hulk? Okay.
What happened to Superman? Was he fired too?
No, Superman was just flying out. Superman was just flying.
We change our mind every 5 seconds over here. We are the indecisive crew.
Also, Cass, I'm gonna open my gates again. Don't worry. Also, hi, Onion Pits. Hello. Welcome. Clearly, this week is the week that we are having connection.
Shaylin, can we get a quick mic check for you?
Hi.
Hello. Okay, everyone has been mic checked now.
Perfect. Thank you. But yes, hello everyone. Sorry, I'm getting my gates open right now. Stupid error. We usually don't. We honestly, and I'll say, because I'm sure Caitlin and Nikki can account for season 3, and Elena, and even for season 2, and all that. We would get a few connection errors here and there, kind of at least maybe once a week. Some error would happen, but I feel like this season so far has been pretty good with staying connected. But all of a sudden, it's just deciding to just this weekend specifically, it's just being a butt. So, okay, gates are open again. Go ahead. And no worries on the bamboo pieces. Yeah, if you have anything from the challenge last week, just go ahead and drop it off. If anything, maybe it's because I kicked everybody, or I don't know. That was weird, but don't worry. Yeah, it's been the past yesterday and today. I'm what's going on? But hey, we're here. Yeah, so no worries. Again, internet is internet. Something that we can't control. So it's okay. But hello everyone. Hi. Obviously, our daddy is in the back as usual. He's right there. See his leg. See it. There it is. Yeah, we're here at the final 7 Tribal, and we're back on the island for Tribal, which is great. Yeah, and we're gonna get down to our final 6 and do our thing that we like to do every Tribal Council. So I hope you're ready and buckled in and ready for some spicy questions from our Queen of Tribal, Caitlin. And we'll see. Again, I don't like to, the past couple of weeks, I don't look at the questions that Caitlin's going to ask, because I like to actually, find out right away, right at the actual Tribal. I also don't really look at chats on Sundays, because I like to be a little surprised. So, I'm excited to see what happens tonight. And, yeah, can't believe we're almost there. It's crazy. Now, again, after this will be 75%. 75% of the people will have been voted out, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Tribal, Tribal, I don't really have much to say during Tribal. I don't really have to explain much. It's kind of the same thing every week. But I hope everyone had a great Sunday and a great rest of their Saturday nights after stream was over. Again, as always, so much for being here. Savvy redeemed a 420, which we missed yesterday, but Sarah covered you, so we got that. Also, Spooky Boy 13. I don't know if you're here, but last night I saw that you followed after we were done stream. Thank you so much for the follow. And Nikki, thank you so much for restubbing. And thank you so much for the 10 months. Thank you. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Cool. Well, everyone is currently flying over, so that gives us time to make the. Do I want to make a J or do we want to make a bowl? I'm quite down for a J. But I can make it though, because I know you're busy playing Kirby. Oh, Dark Alliance. Yes. Well, we're just drinking what we had last night, the White Claws. No, nothing changed. Also, if anybody redeems a shot, which thank you, CJ Rocky, for the 10 squats. I'll do this right now. If anybody redeems the take, I would say don't redeem take a shot. We don't have shots for you, but if you do, we have a bottle of champagne in the fridge, and we decided as a couple that we would just kind of like chug some swig some bubbly as our shot, quote unquote. But yeah. 10 jumping jacks. Thank you, Caitlin, for the 10 jumping jacks. Okay, so I gotta do the squats and then the jumping jacks. Not you eating my fries! No, you're good. Oh my god, so speaking of something sticking out of that box. Why is it no. He meant the weed, not me. Today, while I was at work, the girl that was at the bar, so the bartender, she was like, "Oh my!" She's like, "Isaiah, are you busy?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay, so there is a wasp. Like, it was like a wasp was inside one of the beer glasses from like the outside patio, and she had put it in her sink, but she's pregnant right now, so she's like, I can't risk getting stung. Like, I have a baby." So I was like, "Oh my god!" So what I had to do was grab a takeout box, and then it was on a straw. And it was literally so I picked up the straw, put the straw in the takeout box, closed the box, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm in the clear. So I'm gonna like bring it out, outside and like let it go. It snuck through. I'll show you first. Like this thing. They're fucking. It snuck through that, and it went. And so as I was walking out of the restaurant with it, I see it popping out. I'm like, I'm like, excuse me, coming through. Like, literally looking like a fucking crazy person. But obviously the thing is, it luckily wasn't super aggressive because it was wet, so it couldn't really fly because its wings were wet. So it kind of was more like at a stable place, thank God. But yeah, that happened to me today, and I literally, and it was, I will say, like it was big, like it was a big fucking wasp, and of course, like again, I'm serving, so like I'm just like in my server outfit, like excuse me, like through the fucking restaurant to throw it outside because I was like, I don't need you stinging me, like I'm doing this pregnant lady a favor. Doesn't mean that I have to get stung because of it, So yeah, that happened today. And I think I've done way more than 10 squats, so that's cool. Alright. Ta-da! If anything, I should definitely up it in the next couple of months, just because, again, this thing I'm doing is going to be very physically taxing. Also, if anybody wants to watch something interesting, and I'm like, so if you want to watch The Thing, they have a few of their seasons on YouTube, and it's instead of Survivor, it's Survival, and it's Survival Challenge, and there's a few seasons on there. I'm currently kind of binging all of them because I want to have knowledge of like the players and some of the games and stuff, or just like results and things, because they've said that like we need to have knowledge on that, because there have been times in the seasons where like you have to compete against a team of alumni, and I'm like, okay, don't know who they are, or like, again, I could go into this thing and be like, and they're like, here's a whole group of alumni, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I have to like know like people and again, the challenges and things like that. So if any of you want to watch, I'm currently on season 6, and I'm almost done. I think I'm at merge, which is like, oh, that is really loud. Or did you just burn it? That's what it was. But yeah, so I've only watched. Okay, so they have 1 through 7 up. 8 has been filmed, but 8 is not on YouTube yet. I've only watched 5 and 6. I'm currently on 6. 5 was good. I would say 6 is way better than 5. So I think just it's one of those things where like kind of how I feel like with our game, it's like as the seasons progress, like it's gotten better and better and better. I feel like that's what I'm kind of seeing. So I haven't seen the first original 4, which I have to go back and watch that. But yeah, is this thing always? So it was in Maine for the first 5 seasons, and then ever since season 6, it's been in Macomb, Illinois. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, it's for charity, and it's a good thing. So, all right, I gotta stop talking about it. You know, who knows? One of you could be a person. I don't know. But yeah. Oh my God!
That's Sailor.
That's
Jupiter.
Jupiter, right? Yeah. Jupiter's the green and pink one. Cute. Thank you for the stretch, Brenda. Who's a person? When did season 6 happen? Because I've lived in. Season 6 was 2017. No. Yes, 2017. Was season... No, 2018. I'm sorry. Season 6 was 2018. And then season 5 was 2017. Okay, cool. Did the stretches. Thank you. And then 420 for Savvy. Since the J is ready to go. All right. Excusez-moi. Okay. Did you?
Small.
I thought you did. I was like, it tastes like you did. Oh, God. Okay. Ooh, Lord.
I could be a button.
Okay. Woo. Okay. Anyway. Oh, now I'm hot. Hold on. Gotta change my shirt.
You make your clothes.
No, I don't. On tribal nights, we don't do the probes shirt. That shirt, I will say, it has shrunk in 2 years. So, it's a lot smaller on me, so it gets a little uncomfortable. But also, too, for those who have sent me, because multiple people have sent me this, and I haven't told you this yet, there is a exact replica of my t-shirt on Amazon for a cat.
Oh, Shuri, you're getting a new outfit.
I will have it by finale night, I promise. She will 100% have that in her possession.
She'll be your little Isabel.
Right, exactly. Excuse me. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay. But hello, everyone who's just joining. Champagne. Ooh, we fancied it. Yes, we do have champagne. Mimosa. Not mimosas. I mean, well, we have some cranberry juice, so we could do mimosas. That'd be fun. For the pain of champagne. Who said that? Shelby said champagne for the pain of tribal. Like champagne. Yes, Shelby. Champagne. Correct. Brendan said, hello, Coral.
Hello.
Ew, how my phone is covered in toddler crust. Ew. What's toddler crust? I don't like that. Alright. Also, Final 7, Kix is in my plaza, so if you want to also go say hello to Kix after Tribal, feel free to. Also, I mean, actually, I think we're still waiting for Shaylin, so if you want... I think we're waiting for Shaylin, I'm pretty sure. If you want to go do that now, you can also do that. Let me see. Continue reading this. This sounds terrifying. Yes, it was very scary. I did not like it. But exactly, all wasps are terrible. Like they're not bees. They're not bumblebees. Like I will go out of my way to like protect a bee, protect a bumblebee. Like they are important. Fuck. Like the fact that I didn't even just kill him in the fucking sink when he was there. I should have done it. Cause fuck wasps. They're horrible. I hate them. Like there's no reason. Was it the same ones that got Devana? that got Devana last night? Well, scientifically, can they?
Yeah.
Oh, wasps can, right? Bees can't. Right. So yeah, you know what? Fuck them. Also, Schlebby, is your name now Chevy? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Got it. I just wanted to make sure that's what I read was that it was Chevy on your shirt. Got it. We've now lost the letter. So we've switched letters and now we've lost the letter. Also, yes, Devana, thank you. I'm actually going to request that the winner of the challenge is in the middle. Thank you. Oh, Becca's got her champagne. Ew. I love your little flower basket. It's so cute. That's so cute, Nisha. Let's see. Gotta prep, baby. Exactly. Don't forget my hydrate. Where did that? Well, your hydrate did not pop up, but I'm gonna do a hydrate for you, Kevin. It did not pop up on my list of things to do. So I will go grab water right now. Jeez. Also, for those wondering, it's right here. See it? Unopened and everything. So, there's that. The chug redemption will still count for the White Claw, but again, if you do the shot, then we'll just kind of pop that open. Because we don't have liquor right now, and we're deciding if we want to slow down on the liquor a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm hydrated for said thing in July. Also, that I'm just hydrating myself more now because I'm going to be running around a movie theater that is fucking ginormous. So, kind of make sure I'm all set. But thank you, Kevin, for the hydrate. I appreciate that. Becca, we held hands for 3 seconds running the tripod. It was so cute. Aww. Thank you for the burp counter, Elena. Becca, are you cheating on me? Huh, because I lived there from 2018 one time for grad school, but also if it wasn't in relation to the college at all. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't anything to do with a college. It was just a thing for charity. Oh, thank you for my bamboo. I'll pick up the bamboo. Hello, Rosie. Welcome. Hello, Shaylin. Great. Hello, everyone. Perfect. All right. Everyone is here, so let me go sit that. Get my camera angles ready. I've been missing. You know that I'm known for the bar. That's true, girl. That's true. Get my camera because again I can do my fun camera angles. Also, feel free to, as you're answering your questions, players, if you want to add reactions and emotions to it to make it more of a lively character, you're more than welcome to. You don't obviously have to, but I saw that some people were doing that. During tribal at random times, so I thought that was kind of cute. So, just an idea for those who, if they want to be more immersive. Alright, we can all hold hands, Rosie. Yeah, I would never cheat on my boyfriend. Oh, my boyfriend. W, that's how kids are made. Sparky, oh, hi, Sparky. Welcome in. Where's my platonic snack and plant buddy at? You know who you are. Hi, Sparky. Welcome in. I'm so jealous of I'm taking a tea break. It's my first day. I'm sad about it. Ooh, taking a break. Ugh. I just got Manhattan. Yes, thank you, Elena, for the burp counter. You are not dumb. Everyone, flash water gun emojis if you have that emoji on your phone. Flash that at Niche, at Duty Cats. Gee, I don't pay attention. He doesn't have a shirt on. Isaiah with the fan. No, I'm not fan serving. Get out of here, Shelby. Oh my god. Tribal and show. Okay, bestie. Y'all, I had a shirt off for 10 seconds and y'all are like, oh my god. Scandalo. We all wanted Jeff Probst to take off. Oh, that's very true though, Shelby. We've all wanted Jeff Probst to take his shirt off at one point. At some point in his career. Fuzzy Boys Ooh. I think moved out of Frame to Change because he don't make that OnlyFans cash from Twitch. Period! Lex Pop, period. OMG, I left Twitch to get back to this. Are there shooting stars? I don't know, there might be shooting stars. It's kind of cloudy, so I don't think so. Twitch hates me, lol. Thank you. Oh yeah, I probably just got lost. But thank you, Kevin. I will do that. Alright. I changed my hair to a bob and I have a stronger Nikki right now. Oh my god. Wait, I missed Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Alright, perfect. Caught up with chat. I'm on the Discord. Caitlin's also on the Discord. So is our final 7. Which, it's so weird seeing, like, again, less and less squares in this, like, box. It's like, yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to give it to Aquino Tribal Caitlin to start off the tribal questions.
Hello, besties. Welcome to Tribal. Can everybody hear me okay?
All good here.
Nice.
Okay, good. My headset was being wonky earlier, but I'm glad it's not. All right, we'll just go ahead and get right into it. This question is for everybody. I do have some for individuals, but we'll get to those later. Did any of the results from Tribe Quiz last night surprise you, and do you think it impacted how you'll choose to vote tonight?
I guess I can go first. Some of them did surprise me, but it was more like not really sure whether to take it with a grain of salt or to take it in consideration. Because you're answering, at least the point was to answer based off of the majority. So even if you did that, it's not like you can pinpoint exactly how people felt versus your own individual feelings about somebody else or just how the group is going as a whole with the final 7 right now. So it was like, yes, taken into consideration, but not really, if that makes sense.
Hello?
Go ahead, Rosie.
I'm sorry, I thought someone was going to speak first, but I just want to say that I was kind of shocked by the results, but at the same time, I didn't take it as like a definite, like, I guess, set in stone kind of course that will happen, because usually, like, as we all know by now, that like every week is different and everything can change in a matter of like a vote. So that's why I'm not really, I guess, going crazy over those results from the challenge yesterday. I think the one of the ones that shocked me the most was when people voted to be stuck on a deserted island with me, because I don't think I could keep us alive, but I think Nisha lives, like, there's mountain lions around where Nisha lives. She could keep us alive, and I thought it was funny that no one else voted for Nisha for that, apparently.
Well, maybe they voted for you because they like your company. I don't know if they were depending on you for survival, but I do agree Nisha could probably keep someone alive on an island. Does anyone else have any responses to that? All right, this question is going to be for Ben. You were identified as the most likely player to blindside your fellow castaways, but you're also the person they would most like to have next to them at Final Tribal. Why do you think that is?
That's a great question. I think there is a perception of me that I'm playing this game really hard, but also that I've burned a lot of bridges on the jury, and therefore I'm a good person to take to Final 2 because they think that I won't win, that they won't win it, or that I won't win against them. So I'm an easy person to take along. I don't know that I 100% agree. I hope the jury is able to see the moves that I made and the reasons why I made them and can respect those moves, but also, like, if people want to bring me to the end, I'm not gonna stop that regardless of what their reasoning is. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's a double-edged sword, but yeah, that was like one thing that was like really apparent to me coming out of the challenge yesterday. It was like, okay, everyone thinks that I'm playing the game really hard and I'm gonna backstab and betray and trick at every which direction. I don't think that's true my game or my game so far, but you know, perception is perception.
Does anyone have any responses to that?
Would argue that.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Did you say can't argue that?
No, I said I would argue that.
Oh, okay. Do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, I think Ben has definitely backstabbed a lot of people throughout this game, including me and a lot on the jury. And I will say, I definitely know how this vote's going to go tonight, and no one has won by vote. I think a lot of people have broken my trust, and one of the main ones has been, which is why I'm bringing this up now. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that into consideration. And it definitely has impacted my game significantly.
All right, thank you, Shaylin. Does anyone have any responses?
I'll add two things to that. One is to Shaylin, which is that I'm voting the way that I told you I was going to vote tonight. So I don't really know where that is coming from. And then
I can give explicit examples if you need, but I think we both know what I'm talking about, and if you really want me to bring this up and bring up a lot of the things that you've done to backstab me throughout the game, I definitely will. I wasn't going to bring up examples, but I can.
Noted. And the second thing would just be to the jury. As I think everyone knows, I have the opportunity I have an advantage that allows me to talk to one member of the jury. So I'm likely going to be playing that next week. I believe I'm going to be using it to talk to Millie. So if the jury has specific questions about my gameplay, things that they think I haven't been honest on, they can give those questions to Millie, and I will answer them for her, and hopefully she can relay that back to them, and hopefully that will clarify some of the questions surrounding my game and the way that I've played it.
All right. Anyone have anything to add to any of that?
Yeah, I'd also like to add that Ben did play the Honda Idol to save Stephanie, so I just thought I would throw that out there before I leave tonight.
Thank you, Shaylin. Anything else on that question? All right, I think we're waiting for Nisha to be able to get her mic to work.
Can you hear me now?
Sure can. Go for it.
I was going to say a little bit on that. I think it's kind of weird that you feel like nobody has your vote right now, Shaylin, when, I don't know, you've continually said that you respected honesty, and I've been like 100% honest with you. But when I am being honest with you, it seems like, I don't know, it seems like you're maybe disappointed in the things I'm saying, but I want to say that would you rather have me lie to you or tell me things that you want to hear, or would you have me be honest?
That wasn't explicitly directed at you, and I would definitely say out of a lot of people there that I'm cheering for you, which I did tell you earlier, so I'm still holding to that truth, and I did really respect that, actually, so I do really appreciate that. It was more about the people who have broken my trust throughout the game, where I feel like you didn't really hold as many promises to me, so I think that definitely impacts how I am going to vote, and I'm definitely cheering for you.
And that also goes beyond you. I feel like it's kind of like a theme in this game right now. Do we be honest and potentially hurt each other's feelings? Or is it like less harmful? Is it less hurtful to tell people things you know they don't want to hear? And that's where I find myself a lot. Like, do I want to keep true to my virtues and keep playing this game that I'm playing? Or am I just going to start, telling people what they want to hear to spare either me or them? And it's very frustrating and confusing sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. Did anyone else want to add anything?
Yeah, I'll say one more thing. I guess whenever I'm talking about people not being trustworthy and throughout the journey, I don't really mean about student night's vote per se. I feel like a lot of people have been really honest about that. I guess I more so mean like small things that have happened throughout the game, especially for people who held promises to me. So this isn't just directly like about right here and now, or for me. Should I?
Oh, you're fine. Becca, did you want to say something? I saw you unmute.
I was just gonna second what Nishay was saying about like, do you tell the truth to someone or not? Because sometimes you tell the truth to someone, they get really upset. Sometimes you have really good conversations with people. Like, I think Shaylin and I had a really good conversation when we talked about potentially where my vote is going today. And I think that, like, with that connection, it was fine to, like, I felt that she wanted that truth. She was very open about wanting that truth. I know that if I was in her same situation, I would want people to tell me the truth rather than be blindsided. Unless it's a really good blindside and you've got a lot of, like, tricks up your sleeve, then by all means, do that.
All right, anyone else? Rosie?
I was just gonna say that in regards to what Nisha and Becca were talking about, in the past I have been in the position where something was gonna happen I was blindsided before, so I could tell you for sure that it's something that I do not like to go through. There's been a couple of people who have been honest about what was going to happen and or why like it had happened. And I think as far as the rest of the game goes, like in my opinion, I think it's a lot better to, even if it's not something that you want to happen, I think I'd rather have that truth be told rather than just like I guess be lied to and then having to figure that out, like what happened. Because, in the case that I am eliminated, I'd rather find out why something's going to happen rather than me just being left with questions as to, like, what did I do wrong? Or how could I have done, like, better, I guess, to, like, secure a vote? Or, like, even try to divert the attention somewhere else? Or, like, if there was something else I could have done different, essentially. But, yeah, I think I can completely understand both sides of, like, wanting to pull a blind side, but at the same time, like, if it's something that anyone was planning to do with me, I think I would prefer the truth be told versus, like, I guess, like, being lied to and being, like, given, like, such sweet, like, nothings, I guess is what those are called. I mean, unless also, like what Becca said, if it was, like, a really good blindside I might enjoy, then I guess go for it. But for the most part, I would want to be told about something like that.
All right. I think Niche is leaving and coming back again.
In that meantime, while we get Niche back, if Niche, you have another thing to say, I just want to say hello, Yoshi86. Hello. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate it. Everyone, my Final 7 emote, say hello. We are currently in the middle of our Final 7 Tribal Council for our season of Survivor New Horizons, Battle of the Zodiacs. And yeah, we're doing our Tribal Council. So right now, as what you were just hearing when you came in, one of our players was responding to a tribal question that was given to one of my mods and producers of the game, Caitlin. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. We appreciate all of the love. But yeah, so, and also for Saturdays, that's when we run our challenges. So we run our challenges on the game. I built mazes and memory challenges and things like that. So yeah, Saturday nights we do our challenges at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Tribal Council happens on Sunday. Happens like which is happening right now. So yeah, if you guys want to just hang out and listen to the rest of Tribal, so far it's been a very interesting Tribal. A lot of people are speaking up and saying what they have to say. I'll introduce just people who we have just so you kind of have names to the faces. So we have Shaylin over here, and then we have Shelby, and then we have Becca, and then we have Devana, and then we have Ben, and then Niche, and then Rosie. So yes, thank you so much for, again, the raid. Enjoy the tea time, enjoy Tribal. We will, after the questions are done, we'll be doing a vote out, and our Final 7 will vote one of the current members out of the tribe. So yeah, stick around. Feel free to follow if you would like. We'd love to have more kids at the table. At 400 followers, we're going to be doing a charity stream using the game Life is Strange 2, and we're going to be donating to an anti-bullying campaign. So yeah, feel free to follow us if you would like. Just came here after hosting some Animal Crossing party. Hope Tribal Council is doing well. It is, and thank you so much. I'm glad. I hope you had a fun party. Did you invite Discord people over? Did you invite your friends over? Was there a theme to the party? We all love parties. Becca here, actually. Becca hosts parties all the time for her fellow castaways. Thank you so much, Yoshi, for the follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's one step closer to 400 doing our charity stream. I'm very excited. This is my boyfriend over here. He's kind of in the corner. You can't really see him. There's his arm. His name's Carl. He's also our art zaddy. He is a tattoo artist here in Orlando and also a freelance artist and does sketches and things like that. So he's also in the background for most of it. But he'll be here when we do the charity stream. He'll be here and we'll be playing that together. It was with my community. It's my second anniversary hosting this party. Hey, I love that. Well, happy anniversary to you and your community. And hope the party was very, very fun. And yeah, again, thank you so much for the raid. All right, without further ado, Yoshi's community, and also fun fact, Yoshi, we actually had a contestant on this season, and their name is Yoshi. So, but yeah, all right, here we go. Let's continue on. I believe Niche had something to say from that last response.
Yes, all I was going to say before my technical difficulties was I think this is the most everyone's ever opened up and shared in Tribal in quite a while, so apparently we needed some spice in our lives to all kind of air things out and confront each other, or just be honest about how we're feeling. So that was, I just wanted to commend everyone for sharing and not being quiet.
Yeah, I think Tribe Quiz has the propensity to do that.
Yeah, Tribe Quiz definitely has a history of bringing out a little bit more, because, again, it gives you a little bit of insight, and it's getting down to it where, yeah, one of you are going to win, and, you know, it's actually being like, you know, from the beginning, you're like, oh, wow, 24 people, there's this, you know, dim chance, and then you get down to this point, and you're like, wait, there's actually a chance. Okay, and sometimes people kick it into high gear, so, like Niche said, I appreciate it, and I think the rest of the mod team does as well.
I mean, y'all know I'm always asking for the spice, so very happy to see it. All right, we will go ahead and move on to the next question because that was all still from Ben's question. Okay, for everyone besides Ben, Becca, and Shelby, how do you feel about not being included in the collective prediction for Final 3?
Also, just want to point out, Niche was also a fourth person for that question as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Niche as well. I must have done my math wrong on that.
Well, I was going to answer anyway.
Well, go for it. You know what? Whoever wants to answer can answer.
I was just going to say, I was surprised, like, I was really surprised at my ranking because I know we were told to rank ourselves last, but I genuinely ranked myself last during the survey and during our tribal, and it was a really weird surprise to see other people's perception of my game and apparently how strong they think it is, because I did not see that coming at all.
All right. Anyone have any responses to that or to the question?
I was actually not surprised at all. At least specifically for myself, I think it was a very fair and accurate ranking. And I think that we all, at least it seemed to be, if that was the majority, we all were on the same page. Just come right off the bat with your heavy hitters, challenge-wise. And I think what really pushes those three up at the top is the fact of how strong they are in the challenges, as well as how effectively they communicate with everyone else outside of those challenges. And then as you trickle on down towards the rankings, you can really separate, like, okay, this person is a strong competitor challenge-wise, but maybe not so much socially-wise. At least that's how it was when I was doing the ranking. So I feel like that's kind of where everybody's head was at the same time. So the ranking actually made sense to me.
All right, anybody else? All right, my next one is for Devonna. Congratulations on your immunity tonight. And I just wanted to say your name came up multiple times last night, including being tied for best jury management. How do you feel about that?
So I think either I just didn't understand how that question was asked, but I heavily disagreed with it, and I was extremely surprised by the answer. While I have interacted with the majority, if not all, everyone that's on the jury, no one is perfect. I've definitely done my best as far as the game goes, and it does. This game does put you in positions to where you have to do things that you don't like. Unfortunately, I was very emotional, as you guys know, in my help chat. Which thank you for helping me through that, by the way, with some of the decisions I've had to make. And I think that at the end of the day, we're all doing the best that we can. But initially, that answer surprised me. I think on mine, I didn't put myself for that one. I believe I put Ben or Becca. I can't remember which one, but it definitely surprised me.
All right. Anyone have any responses to Devonna's question or her answer? All right, I've got a question for Niche as well. Your fellow players said that you're flying under the radar. Does that make you feel pressured to make big moves, or do you feel comfortable in your under the radar position?
I really didn't know if that was a good or a bad thing. I don't know if it means people interpret that I'm playing a really safe game and I'm not making any moves, or if it was more along the lines that I am making moves and they're going unnoticed and I'm not necessarily a target. So I really didn't know where the heads of other players were at when they made that choice, and I still don't know. But I'm going to say I feel like it's a good thing. I know we've talked about everyone considering who they're going to take to the final 2 or the final 3, and if people think that I'm just kind of like a free vote and I'm flying under the radar and my game isn't very strong, then I feel like that means I'm a likely candidate for someone to take me to the end, which is a good thing. I'm not going to dispute it, and I will make my case for the jury, and hopefully when or if I have the opportunity to do that, they'll understand why I have done the things that I've done, and if people still feel like I'm not playing a strong game and not deserving at the end of the day, then that's obviously their choice, but I am going to make a strong case for the fact that I have been very present in this game, even if it's gone unnoticed.
All right. Anyone have any responses for that or want to offer any clarification to Niche about the under the radar vote?
Yeah, I'll chime in. I definitely think when I wrote that question, and I think I put Niche. I can't remember exactly what I put on my actual form. But I actually, I very much think that it's a compliment to Nishi's game. I think that she has a very good chance of ending up in the final three, and although her name has come up a couple times, I don't think she's ever actually been in real danger for going home. So I very much think that it's a compliment to the game that she is playing, that she has made it this far and also stands a really good shot at making it to final three. I might even go as far to say as she's one of the more likely people in this group to make it to final three, if not the most likely. So yeah, I definitely think that is a testament to her gameplay.
So I will definitely tag onto what Ben said and what Niche said, and I will agree with it, but with that, I would actually also add Rosie into that, because that vote did surprise me, and I think that it's also a way to commend Rosie, because there's been a couple times, even before Merge, that Rosie's name has been put out in votes in Tribal, and every week, and she's still here, so she's a fighter, and so I think that's also a testament to her game as well, because there's been plenty of times, whether it was an empty vote, I'm so sorry, I think I just let my Switch, go to sleep, don't kill me, Isaiah, I'm so sorry. So if that was me, I'm so sorry if I just messed that up. But I think that's also a testament to her game as well. So while I agree that Niche also fits that, I was actually surprised that it wasn't Rosie.
I'm going to chime in on that too, because I think that I put either Niche or Rosie for my answer, and I agree with what Ben and Devana both said. They've both, Rosie and Niche, have been playing this game, and maybe they just haven't been as out there as everybody else, or how everybody else has perceived them not being out there, but they're definitely here and they're definitely playing.
Yeah, actually, Shelby, I'm glad that you spoke up, because the next question is not necessarily to you, but it's about you. The majority of you said that you do not want to be sitting next to Shelby at Final Tribal. Even if that wasn't your opinion, why do you think people feel that way?
And before you answer that question, let's hold on. No, and it's okay, Devana. Yes, her Switch did go to sleep, so we're gonna reset real quick.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, you're all good. So yeah, just everyone, if you want to even repeat that question for them, think on that, players, and then we'll get right back to the answers once Devana flies back over.
Do I need to repeat the question for y'all?
Honestly, go ahead for me, even.
Okay, no, you're fine. I said the majority of you said that you do not want to be sitting next to Shelby at Final Tribal. Even if that wasn't your opinion, why do you think people feel that way?
Can we answer, or are we waiting for Devana to fly back?
I think you can answer while Devana's flying back.
We're gonna wait. I like doing my my cameraman work.
I gotcha. Okay, well then just think about it. Just ruminate on that question for a moment.
I am so sorry, Girls Gaze Bays. I am on my way.
Girls Gaze Bays.
You're fine. It's all right. We were very in our discussion this time. So
Oh yeah, no,
I feel your pain.
trust me, you're all good. No worries at all. Niche, that combination of emotes is very funny. Ah. Whoop. That's very, very good. Oh, Sid has a new. I love Sid's new emote. Sid Nasty. 10 jumping jacks while we wait. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. My cat needs to move from behind my chair. Excuse me. Yeah, don't get run over. Beep, beep. Thank you. Do it! Okay. God, I'll do it. Jesus, Niche. Lord, okay. Not the goose looking like they're doing jumping jacks. Like me. Honestly, I'm just gonna do a couple more than 10. I just know that this is more than 10 already. So I'm just gonna, Devana's here, so I'll stop as soon as my screen goes back. How about that? Bum, 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 bum. Ow, shit. Bum, bum, bum. I stepped on my computer chair leg. Bum, 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 bum. Let me get these arms higher, shall I? Okay, there we go. Work. We did that. Oh, damn it. Becca, okay, hold on. Who wants? I'm gonna keep doing this. Okay. Because everyone obviously has to sit back. So I'll keep doing, I'm on 9 right now. And then I'll hold this one until everyone's back in their seats. Oh, wow, this is a mistake. Everyone get back in your seats, please. My legs are literally already burning. Ooh, motherfucker. Actually, like, shaking. Oh, God, okay. Woo. Just waiting on Niche. Ah, yeah, I knew it. Darn you!
Isaiah, I don't know if you know that you're muted on the stage channel. But
well, now I'm...
There you are.
There I am. Hello. Well, I was basically yelling at Niche for going super slow. Oh my god, because I said, I was like, alright, once everyone's back in their seats, I'll stop squatting. And everyone kind of makes their way pretty nicely. Like, Ben strolls in and Shelby strolls in. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, where's Niche? And it's just inch. And I'm like, no! Oh, my knees were on fire. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for pushing me. And let's continue on. I believe, again, we had that question. We'll repeat it one more time just in case we had anybody new pop in. And then, we'll have the answers. Go ahead, Caitlin.
Okay. I'm sorry, Shelby, that I'm continuously dogging on you. This is like the 3rd time I've read it.
It's fine. It's fine.
The majority of you said that you do not want to be sitting next to Shelby at Final Tribal. Even if that wasn't your opinion, why do you think people feel that way? Now you may answer.
I'm ready if no one else wants to go first. So I will, for total transparency, I 100% put Shelby's name down for that. And it was absolutely meant as a compliment. I wouldn't necessarily want to be next to Shelby because I feel like I would not be able to stand up to her social game and just how much everyone loves her. She's like this little ray of sunshine in our lives, and I couldn't compete with that.
My husband is laughing in the background, Jay. I just want you to know that right now.
Anyone else share similar sentiments or have a different reason why you put Shelby?
I did not put Shelby. I had a different read on that. Well, I didn't really know how to answer that question. So I kind of answered it as, like, who do I feel is like, least deserving of sitting in the final 3? And so that was how I answered that question, and it was not Shelby. So I was actually very surprised with when that answer came out. But Niche's logic, I think, makes sense. So that just makes it more clear to me.
Yeah, that's another interesting layer to Tribe Quiz, is that even the questions themselves, people answer different ways for different reasons, or the same person for different reasons. So that's always interesting to see. Did anyone else have any thoughts about that?
I actually have one more that I thought was kind of interesting, mostly an observation, was the question before was, who do you think is most likely to, or like, who are people going to bring to Final Two? And I was obviously the answer for that. And then this question came right after it, which was like, who would you least want to be sitting next to in the Final Two? And a lot of people said me when guessing who they thought it would be. And I just thought it was weird that people thought that I could both be most likely to be sitting in the Final Two, and also they did not want to be, or the person most people would bring to Final Two, and also the person they would least want to be sitting next to Final Two. I was like, how can both those things be true?
Yeah, that is interesting. Does anyone want to offer any clarification on that? If you said Ben both times?
I didn't say Ben well, maybe I did. I can't remember now. But I think that could also be like a testament to his game. Like, you don't want him there because everyone's going to vote for him or he's, going to win. But he's been playing so well that he could end up there anyway. So that's kind of how I interpret it.
All right, anyone else? All right, 2 more questions, and they are not Tribe Quiz related. For the vote tonight, what is driving that decision?
I can go ahead and answer that one.
Go for it.
Well, I think it kind of ties into the last question about, like, who would you want to be sitting with? And I know I answered Shelby for that, too, for the same reasons as Nisha, like, spot on, just from Social Game. But tonight I do know that I'm going home, basically from my crumbling alliances, which is unfortunate, and I guess sort of a bad blood with Ben. So that's pretty much how that's worked out. But yeah. And when I say bad blood, I don't mean personally. I'm not like on a personal vendetta against Ben. I just mean in the game as far as like trust and alliances and in-game choices and everything.
All right, thank you, Shaylin. Anyone else?
I would just like to say that, going off of what Shaylin just said, yes. Again, I just want to remind everyone, including jury and players still in here, nothing is personal. This is literally all a game. I know that sounds like a cliche, but like, no, seriously, like, please do not take anything that has happening in tribals or in your chat. It's like, you all went through the same interview process and the agreement process, and all understand. And again, we would not have casted you if we did not think that you would be, great people to not even play the game, but just have a part of our community. So just know, still remember, nothing is personal. It is all, when people talk about you as a person, they're talking from a game perspective, not from a personal perspective. Just keep yourselves aligned with that thought. Okay, that's it. Okay, continue.
I kind of wanted to add on to that, since I know I'm leaving tonight. None of my votes for the final are going to be based on anything personal, so I did want to reiterate that I'm not personally upset about anything or going to hold on to it. And I know I did expose some secrets tonight, and I thought about exposing some more, just in kind of a burn it all down mentality. I decided not to, and I do understand if Ben is a little upset about that right now. But Ben, I'm sorry if that did make you upset. My intention is not to actually make you mad, but I do know you're a strong player, and obviously I'm leaving, so there's not really much I can do. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely understand. No hard feelings. I did think that we had a deal where we weren't going to write each other's names down, but since it sounds like you're voting me, then I will switch my vote to vote you tonight. But I just feel like I've been 100% honest with you this week, and specifically, and so yeah, it kind of sucks to have me being painted in this light, because I do believe that it's unfair, but it is what it is. It's a game. So if that's how you feel, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. And yeah, that's where my vote is going to.
So I actually wasn't planning on casting a vote at all tonight, just because I didn't really want to. I had told you I wasn't going to vote for you tonight, and I didn't want to. And just after some conversations, I decided that I wasn't going to write anybody's name down. So just to clear that up. But yeah, good luck.
So do you want me to hold true to our deal? I'll leave that in your hands.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else have anything to say to that? Rosie, go for it.
I just want to say, as far as where my vote goes, for a while, I have been dead set on a certain person for, a reason for being, like, it all comes down to kind of, like, consistency. In my opinion, I think if you have plans to have a certain vote for someone, I think it's, like, important that you kind of, like, hold true to that vote and kind of stick with it. But the past couple of days, I felt like I was scrambling for, like, a specific answer. And I think, like, because of, like, the reason I had to, like, scramble and, like, pretty much find out different answers from different people, like, of what was going on, I initially did say I was going to go with the majority vote. But I also wanted to say that, like, just because, like, I had, like, kind of an issue with, like, figuring out who to vote for specifically, I think I just want to vote for the person who hadn't had their mind set for a while.
All right. Thank you, Rosie. Anyone else?
I also did want to add, which I think I said earlier, but I think just over the next few weeks for how people leave the game will definitely impact how they're going to vote in the jury. And I don't think I realized that as much as till, like, tonight when I'm in the situation that I am in. And I guess I would kind of argue that the way you leave might even be more important than maybe some of the long-standing alliances you had. So definitely something to keep in mind. I just know that's probably going to impact my vote a lot tonight, and my final vote is going to be more so based around that than maybe things that I initially thought I was going to base my vote around.
Sorry, Nisha, you got it, girl.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You go.
I was going to say earlier, Nisha had referenced a question or pretty much a thought around when to really be honest when a person asks versus just telling them what they want to hear, and to navigate it the best way possible when it comes to these relationships. And usually, so the best way, at least from what I'm getting now, and I think it's the consensus, please don't let me speak for you, feel free to speak up, but loyalty and honesty pretty much go hand in hand, but I think it's safe to say in this game that if I don't have your loyalty, or like vice versa, if you don't have my loyalty, you at least have my respect of me telling you the truth, and vice versa. And I do think that would go a lot longer and go a long way versus the loyalty if you don't have it, or if you're unsure about it, and at least keeping that communication. I think I also said that last tribal. I think that's been the biggest downfall for a lot of us, whether consistently or if we've made mistakes during votes, is if eventually, at some point, somebody has played both sides. But I feel like if you're going to do that, communicate to the other person and tell them so it doesn't feel like they're blindsided. And they don't feel like, oh, wait, well, who do I believe? Because they just told me this and you just told me this, but you didn't tell me that you were going to say that type thing. So I definitely see where that confusion can come from. But again, if you don't have the loyalty, at least you have the respect.
That's almost exactly what I was going to say, and I was also going to build on what Shaylin said. And I do think the way you go out affects a lot of like the final game, because I just think if you leave people with a really bad feeling and like they feel betrayed, even though it is a game, and I'm sure we'll all remain, you know, in contact after this, even though it is a game, if you feel really betrayed, like that sticks with you and it hurts. And so there are times where I feel like I'm being too honest with people, but at the same time, I feel like exactly what Devana said, loyalty and honesty often go hand in hand. But in my specific case, even if you don't necessarily have my loyalty, I still try to be as honest as I can. And I have really made it a point, since a few key decisions that I made in this game, I've really made it a point to just be honest, even if I feel like it might create conflict. I want to try and talk that conflict through and just let people know where I'm at to avoid those feelings of betrayal when someone leaves the game. And I hope y'all would do the same for me.
I love that. I thought that was very well said, Nisha. And I also wanted to add on top of that, when it comes to the quote-unquote backstabbing and betrayal, okay, I think it's safe to say all of that is subjective, because at the end of the day, you only know what that person is telling you, and you don't know the full story. So it's like, somebody can come to me and tell me, well, hey, I heard that this was going on, but I really do think that there's a reason for everything, which is why I think it's a little bit hard to say, like, oh, well, this person backstabbed me and this person backstabbed me. There's definitely a reason as to what happened, and we all know that at some point that our positions and our perspectives will change throughout the game, especially if you're doing it to benefit yourself, which isn't a bad thing to do, because I definitely respect that. You know, I know it's just a game, but, you know, if you're naturally competitive, you're going to play it your best foot forward. But I do think that's a kind of subjective thing to be like, oh, well, I was backstabbed, but others may disagree.
I have a little bit to add on to that, because I think what Devana just said is really important. Like, we've talked about being blindsided and backstabbed and whatever, and how it really is subjective, because it's part of the game. And I know that I was, like, my name was thrown out there and I was rallied to try to get rid of tonight, and I told a couple people straight up, like, if that's what you feel like is best for your game, you go for it. Like I said, we're trying to not take things personal, but yeah, if that's how you're playing the game, then that's, it'll all come out eventually, but that's okay.
Anybody else? All right, we've been very chatty this evening, so I'm going to save my last question for next week, actually. I've decided. So, with that, does anyone have any dramatic declarations to make?
I'll go. I wanted to talk about one thing that has come up a lot over the past couple weeks, and that is the crystalline vote. So I just wanted to, like, put it all out there so that we can be done with it, because I did not expect it to kind of snowball into this thing that it has become. So what happened there was there was a plan to vote Steph. I said, I don't know if Steph going this week is best for my game. And so I had put Crystalline's name out there, and it picked up steam. And I was one of the votes for Crystalline. And then instinctively after Tribal, I lied about it and, like, immediately regretted it. But I felt like I was in too deep, and I had to just, like, keep going with this lie, and it was awful. And so, yes, I was a vote for Crystalline. Yes, I was part of the reason that she got sent home. I hope there's no hard feelings. And I'm sorry that I had to lie about it. I hated lying about it. I hate lying in this game. And it just got to the point where I was like, I'm in too deep. I'm like Evan Hansen, and I'm like, I can't get out of this. So yeah, that sucked. If I could do like one thing over in this game, I would have just like told the truth about that vote in the first place. And I mean, it's nothing personal to Crystalline. I think Crystalline is an amazing game player. I think that she was someone who was playing an incredible social game. I think, honestly, one of the best social games in the game. And it was kind of a now or never situation where it was like, if I don't take the shot this week, I don't know that we'll get another shot, because she's going to be super well insulated and everyone really likes her. So, yeah, anyway, that's what happened with the Crystalline vote. I'm happy to answer any questions about that in my jury chat this week. But, yeah, love you all. Nothing personal. Hated lying. TLDR.
All right, thank you, Ben. Anyone else?
Whoa.
Okay, let's let Ben finish first, and then we will just go one by one.
Sorry, I just wanted to comment on what Shaylin said earlier, which is that I gave the Honda Idol to Steph. That is also absolutely true. Steph and I did an advantage trade where I gave her my idol, and she gave me her public vote advantage. So that is an advantage that I now currently have from her.
All right, thank you, Ben. Rosie, you're next.
I just wanted to add my part in the Crystalline vote. I just want to say that a seed was planted, and I will admit I was one of the driving forces in getting her name out there. There was a lot of talk about someone else besides Crystalline, and I will admit that I was just like, no. There's no other options. It's Crystalline now or never kind of thing. I just want to say, if I did want to take the blame and take the heat off of some people that were accused of that vote, but essentially I did kind of. I guess I'm kind of guilty too. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's interesting that we talk about perspective and blind sides, because Ben is sitting here taking the heat for this vote when I feel like I was a party to it as well. And since Rosie just flat out admitted, I talked to her about it, and I felt like we were the ones that kind of planted the seed and pushed for it, where, we do the routine of, who are we going to vote for this week? And everybody throws names out there. But it's like I, saw that some people maybe potentially considered Crystalline. And then I started talking to Rosie about it and was like, well, again, it was the now or never, because she's a huge social threat. And everyone I talked to loved her so much. So it's honestly really, it's hard to take it this way, but it is a compliment. And it's in the sense that I felt like my social game compared to yours could never, ever stand up. So it was, something I needed to do if I really wanted to get further in this game. But I don't think that was my switch.
I don't think it was either.
It was mine. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
It wasn't me this time.
It's
but
okay.
all I'm saying is, it is all about perspective, because yes, it was a blind side, but from the bottom of my heart, it really was because I was intimidated by this player, because they were so good at the game that I was like, this has to happen. We need to make this big move. And I pushed for it too. So I'm just as guilty. And I feel like for all of us to say we've never played the middle, or we've never made moves like that, for us 7 specifically, I feel like that's just a lie if you really try to say that at this point. We've all done or said something to someone in this game at some point by now. And so I feel like it's not fair for all these other players to take this heat when it's like we all unanimously decided to do this, obviously.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, Shaylin got it.
All right, Shaylin, you first, then Devonna.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I think that conversation will probably die once once I'm gone. But the reason that has been such a conversation and why Ben is bringing it up, because it was really the start of us not really trusting each other as an alliance. And obviously, well, I don't know if that was obvious, but Crystal was one, and Kevin were also some of my main alliances, and so that's why it kept being brought up, because in order to like move forward with other alliances, I felt like I needed the honest truth about that vote, and so that's kind of like what kind of dominoed the distrust for Ben and I with our alliance, and then as well as the vote where Kevin went as well.
Good point. And I would like to ask that question because I'm sure that Kevin is dying for someone to ask that question. Kevin tried really hard to find out who sent Crystalline home, and no one would tell him. So I'm curious, was that because you were afraid he would retaliate?
Kevin up.
There's a lot of people talking. Sorry, go ahead. Nisha, go ahead and start us off.
All I was going to say is I immediately laid down my cards with both Kevin and Shaylin. I was like, I'm not going to insult you by lying to you and being like, oh, I don't know what happened. I was just like, this is what happened, and I did this, and I know I'm isolating myself and breaking myself away from the alliance. I was admittedly shocked to find out some of the other people, because I thought this was just like a low-key, small thing that we were doing, and I had no idea what it snowballed into. So, but I instantly was like, was my hand, and this is what I had to do with it.
Yeah. Okay. Shelby, what would you have to say about that?
I straight up told Kevin that night that, it was like a panic vote for me, because all of a sudden everybody seemed to be, or at least the majority were, switching over to Crystalline, and if it was going to be between me and her, I was going to go with her, voting her. I decided that if there was anybody that I wasn't going to lie to, it was not going to be Kevin.
I think I might have been the only one that lied about my vote, which also makes me feel much more shitty about it. I did it, just to be completely honest, because I was still working with Kevin at the time, and the vote on Crystalline was a vote against Crystalline. It was not a vote against Kevin, at least for me. And I thought that if he knew that I was in on the plan, that he would take it as a vote against him, which evidently he kind of did. And that was kind of my initial reason for lying about the vote. But like I said, if I could go back, I wish that I could have just been honest, and Kevin and I could have just patched it up and moved forward from that. From there, I also wanted to apologize to Becca, because inadvertently, by lying about my vote, I think it put some heat on her and caused some distrust around her vote when she did genuinely vote for Steph to leave. But people kind of became sus of her because I was lying about my vote, and so there was one too many votes for Steph, that the math didn't add up. So yeah, I want to apologize to her for that too. I did not mean to put an extra target on her back, and Becca knows that I love her, and but yeah, it was kind of an unintended consequence, just kind of, again, snowballed out of control, and I was like, this is my worst nightmare. So I'm glad it's all out there now and can be put to rest, but yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, Becca first, then Devonna.
I was just going to say that I definitely took a lot of heat for that vote, and last week when I was like, yeah, there's definitely people on the jury who aren't going to vote for me, I was specifically talking about Crystalline, because I had the feeling that she, along with many other people, thought that I voted for her, when I actively tried to give other options for that vote. I did what I could, which obviously wasn't much given the whole situation. But I even went straight to Steph and was like, hey, I'm voting for you, because I refuse to vote for Crystalline. I will not do that. And that's really all I have to say about the Crystalline vote at this point, at least.
All right, Devonna.
I was gonna say I definitely was like, all right, channel Elsa, let it go, because we were definitely dragging this on long. But I understand why now, listening to everyone else, and I think back I think back to both Kevin and Stephanie's last tribal when Kevin was like, you know what, Stephanie and I are not middle players, and I think I had said something along the line of there being a lot of tension surrounding it, surrounding those two, not necessarily for them, but for everyone else, because those two may have not interacted, but at that point, we have all interacted with both of them. So I think it was more tension for us and not them. And I think that's where a lot of it came from. And that's definitely not, that's like no drama, no shade, no tea. Like that's just the fact that they were the only two who didn't interact with each other. But at that point, we all had. So it definitely made it harder. If there's anything that I have to say about the Crystalline vote that I personally did not think that was fair, judging how many votes that Crystalline had against her, including myself, and I was not one of the ones who lied about it, I did not think that it was fair how some of those votes were ostracized because of it. I feel like at least they didn't lie about it. They're playing the game, again, at the end of the day for what's best for them. And so a lot of people were kind of casted out, so to speak. And there were some rifts and some alliances, and I do think that in hindsight that it wasn't fair, but I get it, and I think everyone was playing the best that they could at that point in time, and it was a hard decision, but I'm definitely glad that things have cleared the air. There were some things that I learned that I didn't know, but that was pretty much it.
Shaylin?
I have another thing to add.
Go for it.
I used to not say anything in tribal because I was afraid it was going to be used against me, but I don't really have much to lose anymore. I will say, too, that I'm an extremely loyal person, so a lot of my alliances really revolved around who was voted out and how that kind of happened. And I would say that things that, like, broke those alliances or made them tough were obviously the one I talked about with Ben, and then I think like another conversation was I felt definitely really intentionally avoided around both the Crystalline and the Kevin vote. I noticed it was really quiet and a lot of people weren't talking to me. And I guess within like the past week or two, something that has really dominoed with, I guess, the crumbling alliances around me were that some people knew about the vote but didn't speak up about the vote to the person. And I think that was probably the hardest part for me, keeping promises to set alliances after I knew that they knew there was a blindside happening but didn't tell the person, and just being an extremely loyal person myself and trying to play a really trustworthy game up until that point. I think that's why there was so much chaos this week in terms of just like alliances and what was going to happen. But that's it. That's all I have to say.
All right. I think we have successfully hashed out the Crystalline vote. Does anyone have any other dramatic declarations or closing comments to make? And with that, I will give it back to Isaiah.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you again, as always. Thank you, Caitlin, for the questions. And thank you so much, Cigar Tribe, for all of the responses and comments and dramatic declarations and everything. That was a really great tribal. That was awesome. That really felt like, and I get it, for anyone who watches the show, I felt like that felt like a tribal. I was like, wait, so this is what happens, like, unedited, you know? It's just, like, all these constant conversations and these constant comments that don't, you don't get edited out. You get to say all of, everything that you want to say. And, and really speak to your truth, or speak to, again, at least your game truth, like, that was awesome. So thank you so much for all of your insight on how you're feeling about the game and your relationships, and just, yes. And I got to sit here and drink a White Claw and a half and take a puff, and I have enjoyed myself very much this evening. So, All right. Again, like I said before, this is game, nothing personal. It's all game, and everyone will be buddy buds, bestie besties by the end. All right. Also, Devana, I'm pretty sure this episode, once we have titles for all of them, pretty sure this one's going to be Channel Elsa Let It Go. I think that is a clever quote to put as an episode title. So, good. Thank you for that one. But yeah, all right. Here we go. Again, y'all know the drill. My final 7. We'll put on some tribal voting council music, and y'all will send in your votes on your Discord help chats. And then once those are all in, we'll get the vote rolling. Not there was a wasp in my box. No, but that was also if I were a player in the game, yes. But that's a good one. Very good niche. If anything, we'll do that as a backup. You know, we'll do it as a backup just in case we change our minds. We'll do a vote. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put on my tribal council music and send in your votes to your Discord, and then we'll all do the vote read, and we'll get somebody voted out of this game. Boop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop. Boop-a-doop-doop. All right. Send your votes in a few seconds once the ad is done. It's always the same 2 ads for this video. It's Verbo and Amazon. Don't know why. Alright. Send in your votes. Okay, we're currently getting in the votes. Oh, thank you so much, Pikes Peak Gamer. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the kids table. Grab a seat, grab a plate, join on in. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Bring us one step closer to 400 followers, which will activate our planning of our charity stream for Life is Strange 2. I'm very excited about that. We're going to be playing all 5 episodes of Life is Strange 2 in a day. And just me and Carl. And doing that for charity. And then whatever money we get donated, we're going to set up a GoFundMe and everything. And whatever money gets donated from that, we will donate to an anti-bullying charity fund. So, yeah. Thank you so much for bringing us forward to that. And welcome in. How are you? We're about to get down to our vote right now. One of the final 7 here that you see is about to get voted out. So, yeah. That is, it's currently going on. They're sending in their votes. Wow. Wow, so intense watching this. Good luck, all. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm glad you have enjoyed it. Yeah, appreciate it. All right. Boom, boom. And again, also, like I said, I think it's still like early enough. Go ahead and shop once the tribal's over. Like once the player, flies out, whoever's left, you can, go see kicks and shop and stuff like that. And also too, if the player who gets voted out still wants to come over and shop, I'll leave my gates open. That's fine. Yeah. And good luck to everyone. Again, that was a very, very awesome tribal, so I'm excited to see how the votes play out. Okay, I almost have them all, I believe. Okay. I have all the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'm going to get closer. I'm actually going to do my normal camera angle that I like. There we go. Aw, she then said, meh. Alright, well, anybody at all. I think I got you. Alright, I got it, Ben. I see what's happening. I got you. You can sit down. Alright, so Ben is playing his public vote advantage. So all of the votes that are read will be read with the names attached to them. So you will know for this vote specifically who voted for who. Alright? Okay. So, first vote is for Shaylin, and that vote was from Shelby. Second vote is for Nisha, and that vote was from Ben. Third vote is for Shelby, and that vote was from Shaylin. So that's 1 vote Shaylin, 1 vote Nisha, 1 vote Shelby. 4 votes left. 4 votes. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. I'm like 4 votes left, right? Have to count. I was like, I don't know math. 4th vote is for Shaylin. That's from Devonna. The 5th vote is for Shaylin, and that's from Becca. The 6th vote, and the next person voted out of Survivor New Horizons Battle of the Zodiacs, Shaylin, was from Nisha, and also the last vote was also for Shaylin from Rosie. So that was 5 votes Shaylin, 1 vote Nisha, 1 vote Shelby. Shaylin! Aw, your outfit. Thank you, Shaylin, so much for playing. I will hunt you. Thank you so much for playing the game. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Everyone's running around. Oh my god, everyone got up. Thank you so much for playing. Where'd you go? Come back. Come back. I have to give you your honor before you leave. Yeah, thank you so much for playing and being a part of our community. And yes, watching your game and how it's progressed and grown, it's been awesome to watch. So thank you so much. And, thank you, CJ Rocky. Thank you so much. 200 bits for Shaylin. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, Shaylin, you may fly on out of here. Go ahead. Love you. You will get your, post vote out transitions and all that. You'll get that in a little bit. So, all right. Great. Thank you. Final 6, go ahead and sit down. Sit down on your logs. Get over there. Get on the seats. All right. Final 6. Hello, everyone. So, left in the game, we have Shelby / Schlebby / I can't say it. / Chevy. We have Becca, Devana, Ben, Rosie, and Nisha. Or Nisha and Rosie, I should say. Can I close out? Thank you. Sorry, Shaylin. Go ahead. Do it again. Looks like Shaylin does want to leave. What do I have to do? Please end. I ended a conversation. There we go. But, yes. Thank you, everyone, so much for, an amazing tribal, an amazing stream, at a very good time. I hope you did as well. We will be back here, next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, with our final 6 challenge, and then Sunday we'll be back for another tribal. Maybe I don't know. This, I think, in my opinion, and even Carl said it, I think that was the spiciest, that was the best tribal yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens further on. But that was amazing. And yeah, again, thank you everyone so much. We're gonna raid on out. You can get the raid command in the chat. Everyone, go ahead and copy that with your phone or your device. Copy that message, and we're gonna see who we can raid today. Let's see who we wanna raid. Well, we can do Corson's friend Space Cadet playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So yeah, let's see them. Let's go give them a raid. They only have a couple. Thank you, Corson. I can't wait. Oh yeah, Corson. Just you wait. Just you wait. Oh my goodness. It was a very, very, very good night to be at Tribal. Space _ CDT. Oh my goodness, okay, he just broke his collarbone. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. Okay, so everyone join in on the raid, please. Let's hop over to to his raid and give him a follow. He has a follower only, subscriber only chat, so just give him a follow, give him some love so we can send that message, our raid message out to him, since he's clearly recovering from injury. So yeah, let's show some love, some kid table love, okay? I love you so much. I'll see you on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. I want to say goodbye, Carl. Bye, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, we love you. And Final 6, go ahead and start shopping. Go ahead, have fun. Love ya. Thanks so much for being here. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Yoshi. And thank you, Yoshi, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid and the love and the follow. And hope to see you next weekend. All right. Have a good night, everyone.